What would you do if the largest land carnivore on Earth decided to make you his next lunch? You'd have two choices, fight or flight. Kodiak Island sits on the southeast coast of Alaska. The Alaskan wilderness is known for its beauty and mystique, and for its salmon, bringing in fishermen from all over the world. The island is also known for something else. The northern end of the island is carpeted in a dense forest, and also with Kodiak bears. The Kodiak Bear is the largest land predator on Earth, even surpassing the massive polar bear. Kodiak bears reside in Alaska and in North America. The bear's rich in protein diet of salmon allows its massive size. The fact that Kodiak bears have so much salmon right at their doorsteps allows these bears to attain sizes of upwards of 1,400 pounds. The Kodiak Bear is basically the bodybuilder of the animal kingdom. As stated earlier, Kodiak bears can reach weights of up to 1,400 pounds and stand almost 10 feet tall. As beautiful as Alaska is, it has dangers, and that's exactly what Gen Moe found on November 1st, 1999. An avid hunter, Gen was enjoying his day on the ridge just as he'd done many years before, enjoying the Alaskan beauty and even had other bear encounters. But nothing was to prepare him for his encounter with the largest man-eating predator on Earth. As the hunter progressed through the woods, he noticed claw marks on the trees. He first thought it was possibly due to lumberjack activity. However, he knew that bears use this method to mark their territory. He wanted to get out of there as fast as possible. However, it wasn't that easy. As he was tracking his deer, he actually became disoriented and ended right back up in the same location of the bear's territory. This was the hunter's first big mistake. As the sun started going down, he became less and less oriented as to where he was. As the hunter shot its kill, the second mistake was to start undressing it in the bear's territory. Bears have an extraordinary sense of smell, so the fresh blood was easy for the bear to pick up on. Bears are apex predators and don't mind rummaging or foraging or even stealing prey from other animals. The bear was on the hunt and it could smell his kill. One minute the hunter was slumped over cutting his meat, and the next he heard a sound that would stay with him for the rest of his life. As the hunter turned, the beast came rushing out of the forest like a freight train, knocking him to the ground and out of breath. Completely disoriented and suffering from lacerations due to the bear's clawing, Gen lay there, motionless. He couldn't breathe, he couldn't scream. It was like the worst bear hug he'd ever had. As the hunter lay there motionless, he knew that he still had his knife and he started stabbing the bear, and repeatedly stabbing the bear. Although the bear had a hold of his arm, he kept stabbing. As the hunter continued, he was wearing a heavy set of mountain boots, which probably saved his life. He was actually able to kick the half-ton beast off of him. As the hunter continued to gather himself, he wiping blood from his eyes, he realized the beast wasn't done yet. And to the hunter's sinking stomach, he realized he'd left his rifle perched up against a tree, certainly too far for him to reach before the bear could finish him off. As the hunter lay mortally wounded, he knew that if the bear got him pinned down again, he would not be getting back up. So he grabbed his knife and started to stab again into the bear's neck. As adrenaline pumped through his veins, he began to stab into the bear's neck multiple times, but the bear's neck was so thick, like tree roots. As he continued to stab the bear, it became enraged and lunged at him. As As the hunter gathered himself, at the last minute, he moved out of the way, and by centimeters the bear missed him. As the bear rolled over and prepared to make another charge, the hunter plunged the knife deep into his back where he knew the vertebrae would be. As he stabbed into the bear, it yelled out and growled in pain and agony. The bear then circled around, and just then he looked into his eyes, and he knew, and he started praying. He prayed to God. He said, "God, please help me." Just at that moment, the bear lunged again, only this time slower, with blood dripping out of his wounds. As the bear lunged at him again, Gene punched the bear in the face, breaking bones in his hands. However, the beast repelled and fell back on his side and began slowly moaning and groaning. The beast was mortally injured. Gene reached and tried to grab his weapon. However, he couldn't shoot the bear because his hands were badly damaged. He couldn't pull the trigger. However, he realized in a short period of time, the bear was dead. Now Gene realized that he had to get to the hospital as he was losing a lot of blood. Again, he prayed to God, and again his prayers were answered. As he prayed and continued to crawl out of the woods, he found civilization. Once reaching shore, his friend helped him to a nearby cabin where they called a helicopter. After a month in the hospital and rehab, 3 skin grafts, and over 500 stitches, Moe recovered. To this day, Gen Moe has that bear skin mounted on his floor as a stark reminder of the deadly encounter with the Kodiak Bear. Please like, share, and subscribe to Where in the World is Frank and Gina? Or check out videofitsolutions.com. God bless.